Thanks for checking out SYMFONI on YouTube. Please be sure to subscribe and like our videos for updates.
Terrorism and banditry should be fought relentlessly, and the media must lead the fight against these evils. The responsibility of government is primarily to protect lives and property of citizens, and therefore it will be disastrous to allow citizens to lose confidence in its ability to deal with the situation. Nigeria's ranking as one of the members of Club of 10 top kidnapping countries in the world, and a leading one in Africa, is a source of concern for the Union, especially as violence in the country has affected millions of Nigerians. Hundreds of thousands of Nigerians have so far crossed into neighboring West African countries as refugees, and the situation is daily being aggravated by lack of adequate response from government. Economic well-being of millions of Nigerians have been affected as agricultural activities have been suspended because of inadequate security. There is a clear and obvious risk of acute food insecurity in the country. The thousands of internally displaced persons, especially in the northeast and central Nigeria, has reached alarming proportions, even as these displaced Nigerians continue to compete for scarce resources such as water, land, and food. There are protection concerns majorly for the vulnerable women, children, and the elderly, while water sanitation and hygiene have become priority needs in the affected areas. The theme of this year's conference, the media, insecurity, and national unity, is timely because of the pivotal role of the media as an effective tool for addressing issues of national unity and insecurity. While we concede the fact that the fight against terrorism and banditry are extremely difficult, we believe, however, that the media can contribute immensely in this regard. There is therefore the need to come together as professionals to look for how government can be properly guided in creating an enabling environment for free press to thrive and serve as catalysts in influencing the right attitude by all Nigerians. This can minimize or even help in defeating terrorism and banditry in the country. If you set negative agenda, the society flows with it. If you set positive agenda, the society flows with it also. At different fora, I've stressed so much on this because the challenge that we are facing today as Nigerians, nobody is immune from it. All of us are involved, and we must collectively find an answer to this challenge that we have. As media professionals, if we communicate fear, there will be fear in the system. If you communicate anarchy, there will be anarchy in the system. If you communicate panic, there will be panic in the system. So the way we communicate to the people, yes, the Imam has said our own job is to sensitize. But in trying to sensitize, sometimes we might end up creating crisis. That's why the issue he has raised becomes germane. Some people today engage in sensationalism. They try to engage in yellow journalism. They try to cause crisis in their reportage. It's not going to help anybody, and that's the reality. So we must bear in mind that we have only one country, and that's Nigeria, that we can call our own. Some people have come up with the idea of we should have a second option. No matter how you run, where you run to, You definitely will enjoy temporary relief, comfort, but home remains the best for you. So we must work together, salvage the situation, address our challenges, defeat it, and emerge stronger. For me, I remain an incurable optimist in having that firm belief that Nigeria will swim out of this problem. But as media professionals, as journalists, we must play our own part. He said we have the job of sensitizing. Yes, we have the job of informing. We have the job of educating. That entertainment angle is also very, very important, because when there is tension in the system, you must have to find a way of dousing the tension. So these are assignments that have been given to us. And if you look at Section 22 of the Constitution, you also have that responsibility of holding government to account. So whatever it is they are doing, either rightly or wrongly, it is your responsibility to keep tab on those activities. Yes, like I read, I've not said the government has failed in terms of securing lives and property of citizens. No, but what we've said is that we may not have had enough of government efforts. And they must up the game. They must do more to ensure that lives and property are safe. Across the country, it has become basically one story. We know how it all started in Northeast, how it went to Northwest, banditry, from insurgency to banditry. Banditry has now become a common lexicon in the country. Even a newborn baby can easily pronounce bandits, So we have the issue of the herdsmen farmers challenge and their likes. We have kidnapping, abduction, and their likes. Armed robbery, people no longer sleep with their two eyes closed. In fact, you sleep with your two eyes open now. It's a problem. So we must find a way of also helping government resolve this challenge that we have. And that's why this conference has been convened in Port Harcourt, so that media professionals will come together and look at this whole issue. And I believe that by the time we spend 2-3 days in Rivers State, we'll be coming up with something that will be meaningful and would go a long way in contributing in addressing the challenge that we have.